Hey, I'm Doug and welcome to Classic Performance. We've got another great upload for you today, and we've made another classic purchase. It's not a car, it's not a boat, it's not a truck, a motorcycle, or an airplane. It's a camper. It's a Casita Camper. We bought a vintage 1998 Casita Camper. Now don't tune out just yet because it's a camper. If you don't know anything about Casita Campers, very well engineered, incredibly efficient. They've got a cult following, kind of like Airstream, but they're the egg camper, the mini camper of campers. So what we're going to do is we're on the road, we're on the way home, we've already picked it up. We'll get back to the house, we'll take a look at it, give you a tour inside and show you everything about a 1998 Casita Liberty Deluxe camper. But first thing we have to do before we get to the house, we've got to find a dumpster somewhere just right across the border into Mexico, an abandoned, unmonitored dumpster, because we're going to dump all the contents of this camper out into a dumpster. There's plates in there and bowls and bags and you name it, blankets and all kinds of stuff in this camper from the previous owner that's probably been in there for 30 years. So we're going to completely empty the contents in a dumpster right over here in Mexico. So we're going to do that and be on our way to the house. We'll give you a tour of the 1998 Casita Liberty Deluxe. So on the last leg of our trip home, we were lucky enough to find a dumpster, an unsupervised dumpster to put everything in, and it took about 20 minutes to get everything cleaned out. Thank goodness there were some trash bags in there that I could use, and but we absolutely emptied that thing. Every cabinet, drawer, wardrobe, completely clean. That's just the way to do it, so you can get in there, air it out, get everything cleaned out, and then put it all back together the way you want to have it back together for the things that you like to do. So we'll be home in a minute, and then I'm going to give you a tour of the 1998 Casita Liberty Deluxe. All right, so we made it home with the Casita. It looks like it's just about to storm here, so we got lucky there. We got lucky on finding a place to get rid of all the contents of the inside. So let's give you a look around the Casita and give you a look on the inside and show you just kind of what makes one of these things tick. And of course, like on most all campers, you've got a little latch right here which will hold this door open. And the reason it also does that is because you've got a screen door in here too. So if you want to leave this door open and just use the screen door, you could do that too. So that's what that latch is for. And then on the inside, and it does need some cleaning up, you've got a full wardrobe right here, top to bottom wardrobe, and that's that right there. We got it all cleaned out, but it needs some cleaning up. And right straight ahead is the kitchen, or that galley, whatever you want to call it. It does have a 2-burner LP gas stove, storage down here, a fairly good sized sink, and an overhead ventilation system, vent hood with light and a fan, and it actually exhausts to an outside exit, which is nice. Storage up here, and since we're in the kitchen, we'll continue with that. On this opposite side, you've got a nice size Samsung microwave for all the things that you bring that might need to be microwaved, and that only works off of 110 volts, so you would need shore power to operate that. Storage up above it, and then your Dome Tech dual fuel refrigerator. This works off electricity and up off of if you're plugged into shore power, and if you're on the road, this will also work off of LP gas. So you've got controls here that show you your flame, and also you can switch between LP gas and electricity. Yes, it does. It works off of a flame. Here's your dinette in the Liberty configuration, and I'll show you what it looks like folded down, but right now both dinettes are up. You can turn these, or rotate this one either way, and it's got a little bridge if you want to connect them together, so you can have a pretty good seating of people here if it's a rainy day and you want to play some cards, some board games. Great for that. This can stay up. You can fold this one down and have more of a permanent bed or bench in the back, still with a dinette, or both dinettes down and makes one big bed. I'll show you that in just a second. I'll fold them down and I'll come back to that. But right now, this is the 2 dinettes up configuration, and this is the Liberty floor plan, which has this. Other floor plans have a permanent bed in the back. It might have a dinette over here with 2 seats that folds down to a single bed, but for the most dining space and also the biggest sleeping area, I should say. The Liberty has that. Others have bunk beds for kind of more of a family type of thing. Lots of lights around here too. You got lights all around that work off 12-volt DC, so they'll work off your onboard battery, and then also when it's plugged in, they'll work off of AC power. A lot of storage, air conditioning unit up here. Spin around here, and with the Liberty, you have got a Liberty Deluxe, I should say. In the Deluxe editions of all floor plans, you've got a stand-up shower. So we've got a nice little teak floor in here. There's our sink. Here's our shower head that operates off the sink. And then, of course, our head, or our commode, which is a porcelain commode. And one thing about a Casita Camper is that the interior, the entire interior of a Casita Camper is carpeted. So the walls, with the floor is carpeted, you can get a laminate or something like that on new ones. But with this carpeted ceiling and walls, this thing is incredibly quiet. It's like a recording studio in here. It is so just soundproof and quiet. Just a beautiful thing. If you're out and you're someplace where maybe it's a little bit noisy, or you've got other activity going on, you can come here and it's quiet, particularly if you're at a racetrack or something like that. So really nice that this is all carpeted. So let me fold down the dinettes, and I'll show you what it looks like in the full sleeping configuration. So this is the full down position. The back dinette as well as the front dinette are folded down, and it gives you this massive sleeping area for 2 people, or you and your dog, or just yourself, or even 3 people might could fit back here if you're really good friends. But this is the full convertible, huge, and this is the largest bed area for these Casitas in this Liberty version. All right, so that's how the convertible dinette sleeping area, all that works on the inside. Here's our screen door. We'll just close our screen door right here. So that's the screen door option, and this door can stay fixed open on the latch back there. Taking a look at the outside, these Casita Campers, one of the beautiful thing about them is that they're 2 pieces of fiberglass. You've got an upper fiberglass piece up here that you know is 1 piece, and the nice thing about this compared to some other campers is you don't have problems with roof leaks, because it's 1 complete fiberglass shell bonded to another fiberglass shell right here. So the bottom half, the top half is 100% complete, and really it's virtually leak proof. So anyway, we've got a little bit of storage here. You got some AC outlets. We've got a Horizon manually cranked out awning, which works. I tried it. It comes in and out. It's a little windy today, so I didn't want to leave it out. These things are known to blow away. Nice little light here, and these Casita Campers are made in Rice, Texas. They've been making the same model for decades and decades and decades. It's almost unchanged on the outside. A little bit of change on the inside with just some updating of some fabrics and colors. But they've been exactly the same for decades. This is your potable onboard water, spare tire, and you come around here, hot water heater. This is where you service your hot water heater. A little more pass-through storage here. This is where your shore power lives in here. That's where the cable is. And this over here is your furnace, which you saw on the inside. The furnace, exhaust, gray water, black water, city water connection if you're hooked to city water, fresh water right there. This is and I mentioned the range hood. This is the ventilation right here. It's got some little latches to lock it, so when you're in transit it doesn't flap around. And your bathroom window, dual LP fuel tanks right here. And this nice little rack, you can put your generator in here, or you can stack up firewood. So that's just a quick walk around of the Casita Liberty Deluxe. And what we're going to do is we are going to get this thing cleaned up. I've already ordered new tires and wheels for it, so we're going to get that on there. And we are going to take this thing camping. So this is part 1. We're going to have part 2 where this thing's all cleaned up. We're going to have all systems working, and we're going to take it camping and set it up somewhere nice on the water or up in the mountains or somewhere like that. So if you like classic cars, boats, trucks, airplanes, motorcycles, and vintage campers, subscribe to the channel. Give it a big thumbs up. We'd love to have you. Thanks for joining us. Take care and have a great day.